And welcome back to all of you joining us for this one. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing here, Nix. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Play action with Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this down to the 40. It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Oh, he's going to run for it. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Burrow out of the shotgun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Burrow. And he doesn't see a window he likes so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Burrow back to throw. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Brought in by Vele. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 38. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on first down, Nix. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals are going to take over after the interception. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down. Play action now. Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, no matter what the call was offensively, the key to the success defensively right there was that blitz. With their initial push, able to generate so much pressure and get the sack before he could find any outlet.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Denver ready for another offensive possession. By this point, partner, they are through that.
There isn't any more of that fried fish hiding anywhere, is there? I can walk you home, Myra.
Oh, thank you. Be good to each other, but not enough to break school rules about dating.
Mind your own business. I'm the Denver.
Crew's trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Nix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals are stopped a little inside the 30. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Gets this to Fant. It's inside the 10. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos offense all set to go. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
1st down from the red zone. Caught near the pylon. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Brown goes up and over for the touchdown. The Bengals get 6 more on their early advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Mims with the grab. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. One of the tight ends motioning right. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock.
Well, the NFL Browns have made a wrong decision by getting rid of Shedeur Sanders. It's wild as hell to think that they would even consider doing that when he outplayed literally everybody that's on their fucking roster for QB. But, you know, Dylan gonna cry like a crybaby, so let him do his thing. But here's the thing, though. Whoever the Browns trade Shedeur Sanders to, I promise you, Shedeur is going to go off. And he's going to make the Browns regret every single thing that they did to him this past year and more. He's going to shove the NFL down
You know, these are
the
kind of runs,
fucking tubes if he gets his way. I'm telling you, keep your eye on Shedeur. He's going to go crazy. And keep your eye on fucking Travis Hunter. That whole entire situation with his marriage is fucking wild. I can tell you one thing though. If he was smart and had everything put in his mom's name, he has nothing to worry about or put it in a business name. I'm just saying, I'm just putting out there, be smart, move smarter, and make sure you sign a damn prenup if you're gonna get millions.
We're at the end of one. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. This is hauled in by Ingram. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down, and when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Cade, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Nix off the play action. Buying some, and they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Throwing here, Nix. He's on the move. Oh, pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Burrow back to throw. He has room past the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Catch made by Chase Brown. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for first and goal.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Out of the shotgun, Burrow escapes the pocket. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals push their lead to 18. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here comes the Bronco offense. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete, it's Ingram. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, before the snap, You know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's Dobbins again on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Nick's now to throw. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, you call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Nix. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Dobbins can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Receiver in motion, going left. Running for it with Dobbins. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you? Or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
Third and goal, here's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now Burrow has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Going with Brown on the ground.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Burrow to the air now. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This defense needed that, Kate. Just something good to happen. Creating a negative play. You never know when this thing could turn in the NFL. And that sack is exactly what the doctor ordered.
They'll bring out the punter here. Marvin Mims on the return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 23, finds Mims. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Motioning the tight end left. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. It's a give here for Dobbins. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Now Nix. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he gets a 1 as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Burrow from the gun. Caught by the open man. Has room down the left sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Brown reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix looking to throw. Complete to Mims. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They're now set for 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Nix from the gun. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Punting unit out now. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Burrow. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. That brings us to halftime with the visiting Bengals out in front. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our 2nd half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the 2nd half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner he took matters in his own hands.
On first down, here's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Handoff headed left to Brown. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Brown again. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Burrow setting to throw. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And they'll have to go just about every bit of 100 yards to reach the end zone. That punt sets them up at their own 2. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. He'll cobble together a yard there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Running it again with Dobbins. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Play action with Nix. On target to Dobbins. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Dax Hill up for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Complete. It's Ingram. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Oh, they're going option to the left side on 2nd. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. In this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
They're out now, ready to punt it. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Another drive coming up for this offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow gets this to Fant. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Burrow setting up the play action. He's on the move. He can run it. And they limit the damage, just a few yards on that gain. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Punt team on the field. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Broncos get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Nix. That finds Vele complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. A toss running right, Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Nix now to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be Bengals football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Chase coming in motion right. On the ground, Brown. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down, Burrow to throw. That's Gesicki. He's got it. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Burrow out of the shotgun. Right side cut by Higgins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Design bootleg here. Nabbed along the sideline by Higgins.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. A quick slant. Here's Gesicki. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying for it with Burrow. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Burrow back to throw. On the move, headed right. He's calling his own number again.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing is Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
A give now to Brown. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Nix off the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Broncos football as we enter the 4th of what's been a largely one-sided game. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Nix to throw. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap to Nix. Oh no, they get him yet again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
This offense making its way back out now. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10 now. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll try it right with Brown. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Nix looking to throw. Hitting Ingram on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Pulled in by Dobbins. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Nix. Mims with the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Nix from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Battle with the INT.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
This offense getting all set for this series. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. On the handoff, this is Brown.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. Second down. Brown on the carry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Burrow to the air now. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. A run with Brown. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Burrow setting up the play action. And he's brought down for a loss. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Burrow from the gun. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Butker knocks it through. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense ready to get going again now. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Cut by Sutton. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
It's his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing here, Nix. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Here's Nix. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Nix now to throw. And finds Vele, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. To throw, here's Nix. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos putting up points in a game decided. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos will trail by 25. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Brown. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Here's Brown again. Through the 2nd level at the 40. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Brown. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
The tight end going in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up for the 20 after the touchback. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's on the move. He's on the move. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Nix with it on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Nix. Dumped off to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The Bengals obviously thinking pass here on 3rd down. They're going to counter with a dime look. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed to Sutton. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll throw again. Nix. We've got a screen to the running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Nix from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Nix looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Nix. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos make it an 18-point game. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their display.